I'm going to follow on from the violin and armbar scenario, okay? So we're into the underhook. I can't find the forearm, it's hidden away. I go towards attacking the violin. Now the only real counter or defense that Luke's going to have to defend the violin, especially once hands are locked up, is to try and just close the space between me and him. If he allows me to fall back into this position, the only way he can get out is to try and get rid of this hand and close the space here. Remember we looked at last week, if I'm here in this position and his elbow and shoulder line are below his hand, he can't pull away. Okay. So, what we're going to look at now is the shoulder crunch sweep. So as soon as we get to this hand here, the first thing Luke's looking to do is start to progress and force me back over. Now before I get a chance to even put my hand on his head, I can already feel my weight tipping backwards. So what I'm looking to do now is I'm going to connect my hands together and start shoulder crunching. So I'm looking to crunch his shoulder towards my chest, but I'm flaring my elbows. My aim is to get my elbow under his chin, like so. Now I can create a crunch on the shoulder and an elevation of the head. This will make life a lot easier when I start scooting underneath in a second to elevate him back onto my far side. From here, my outside elbow has to stay flared. If we're lazy with this arm, Luke has the ability to just bring his arm down and start bringing it towards the floor, especially when we start to sweep. It'll make more sense if I just create this angle here. If I'm in this position and I start to do the sweep, but I'm lazy, he can either pull his arm out, or if this arm's not flared enough and I got to sweep, his hand goes on the floor and he can start the base. So the details are super important when it comes to crunching. Control the shoulder. This will prevent my partner from disengaging. Inside elbow will elevate the chin. Outside elbow prevents the post. So when I'm here and he starts to progress forward, I fall with it. I'm going to scoop my hips underneath, and it's my left elevation hook that's going to help take me this way. So as I come in, 1, 2, and I'm into mount. Immediately go double unders, collecting the arms, and we're establishing a dominant position. One, two. He's already closing the space. Even if I start to push on the head and I feel him, I don't have the ability to push him away, I'm going to switch straight off to here. Now, when we're falling back, we have to hit that little, like a mini hip switch during the transition. I can't fall back to that inside hip. Now I have no ability to sweep in this direction. I want to start initiating that transition of going from inside hip to outside hip as I start to fall. So when we're in this position, he starts to push me back to this point. I can try and 5 double unders to free my foot and go to mount. However, if my foot gets trapped, I'm still going to insist on burying this underhook, but now we have to free the foot. I either go butterfly position again on mount to free, or I'm going to bring my head to the side and I'm cutting through with a heavy knee cut from that point. So on the side. 1, he starts to progress, clamp the hands, rotate to the far hip. I'm still elevating here. If I can bury this underhook, so a double under straight away, I will, to free my foot. If I get to this point and my foot's being trapped, still try and fight this, but I'm going to cut the angle back towards my right here. And now I can start sliding through to finish my pass from there. Now, if you want to advance straight into attacking position from the sweep, we can start to dive across, like entering in towards a Kimura prep position, or looking to do inverted triangles and stuff. So when we're here, I hit my sweep. Me personally, I prefer to shin circle this foot out, okay, towards like a knee on belly variation. Now, I'm going to post my forehead on the floor, and I take a big step over his head. Just move across here, Luke. So I'm in this position here, forehead to the floor, still maintaining this crunch of the shoulder. This crunch of the shoulder is going to stop my partner having the ability to build on top. Here, step. Then I drop underneath his head to this point, aiming to try and connect my feet together. From here, now I have the ability to go Kimura trap. I can either try and work my way to a triangle if his hands are connected, swim inside, coming up, adjusting, and finishing. Or if you want to advance to the back, I can just start bringing this leg out, force him to turn and face me, scoot inside. Then we start freeing our bottom hook, and onto the back from there. So we do have that option too, depending on if you want to advance from the mount, or if, me personally, I'd probably recommend you get into mount, establish in position, scoring points, and then looking to get submissions from there. Everyone cool? Let's go guys, 1, 2, 3.